When might your baby not be going through a sleep regression, but their sleep has all of a sudden become worse? What might it be? Hi, I'm Amanda, Pediatric Sleep Consultant. I've done another video on when you might have a sleep regression, and I'll make sure it is linked in the comments. This video is on when it is not a sleep regression and what it might be. The first is a growth spurt. Growth spurts can happen at many different times, and with a growth spurt means your baby may end up needing to be fed more. And if they're needing to be fed more and take in more calories, they may start waking more for those feeds. It can be genuine hunger because they are growing, but growth spurts generally last for sort of 3 to 5 days max. And if it's still happening after that, it might be something else. The next thing that everyone loves to blame poor sleeping on, or their grumpy baby or anything else, is teething. Teething is a huge excuse for a lot of things, but sometimes it is genuinely teething. However, there is one key sign that you can tell if it is teething. You can see a little bump, or the erupting tooth is about to pop through the gum. And this may affect your baby's sleep for a couple of days, but it's a couple of days, 3-4 days max. If it is going on for longer than this, I promise you it's not teething. And if your baby is waking every 2 hours, and you can almost set a timer during the night or during the day every 45 minutes, it's more likely the 4-month sleep regression, and you need to work on self-settling. Another thing that it might be, and when it's not a regression, is separation anxiety. Around 8 to 10 months old, your baby can become quite anxious and be aware that their parents can go away. But obviously you come back, however that can make them unsettled. So separation anxiety is a bit of a phase and will go through quite quickly. The last thing that it might be when it is not a sleep regression is sickness. And again, this one is generally short-lived, or obviously the sickness becomes apparent where your baby is a little bit unsettled, waking more, and maybe they have started waking after you've put them to bed when they usually would sleep through, or they've woken in their lunch nap. This often was, for me, the first sign that our babies were getting sick, or a cold, or they had an ear infection. So it was quite easy to tell for us that as soon as something like that started happening, that they were actually getting sick. I hope that helps explain when it might not be a sleep regression and it could be something else. If you need further information, tips or tricks, make sure you check out our website, and I'll talk to you in the next one.